Hello investors, my name is Dehan. Welcome back to number one place for all your investing needs. In today's video, we're actually going to be covering the top 5 dividend stocks, and one of them is actually paying up to 5% here in dividend yield every single year. So guys, let's get into the content. Our first dividend stock on this list is going to be Store Capital, coming in at the number one spot. So Store Capital is a REIT. So REITs are some of our favorite companies to look at for dividends because they have a higher dividend compared to some of these other companies. And right here, Store Capital actually has a pretty decent yield, trading currently at $29.18 per share. It is actually right now paying a dividend yield of about 5.28%, which is an annual dividend of about $1.54, which is very nice to see per share right there. Dividend increase track record, it's going to be 5 years right there for it. The next dividend payment is actually going to be on April 15th, and then the 3-year dividend growth is at around at 5.19% right there. Now, if we take a look here at the dividend, we saw on October 15th, we saw about 36 cents per share. Then we saw here in January 36 cents. April, we saw 36 cents going throughout the year. Then right there in October in 2021, 39 cents. And then we saw here in January, just about 2 months ago, at 39 cents. And then we have April 15th, about a 1 month away. We're going to be getting another 39 cents, dividend from Store Capital. If we take a look here at their dividend, it actually went down here in 2021 to about 4%, and now it's been increasing higher and higher here, trading at over 5% currently at the prices that we're trading at right now. Looking just at the changes here that's happening, and obviously, the market cap and different things like that. Market cap currently at $8 billion. If we look here at the change that we're seeing in the 7 days and the 30 days, we see in the past 30 days it is down about negative 3% or so, with a PE ratio currently being at around 29.44. So that is not a bad PE ratio at all right there for this type of company that we're looking at. And obviously, with this high dividend yield at over 5%, it is a very, very nice, stock to be looking at. So that's going to be our first dividend, guys, on this list as it increases its dividend here. And, we continue to get these REIT dividends because they perform a little bit better in different situations, especially when prices are rising, because they're getting a lot more from these real estate investments, and that's why we like to trade into them. So right there, that's gonna be our number one pick. Now, before we get into the rest of this content, guys, go ahead and smash that like button for me. Let's aim for 50 plus likes on this video. As always, subscribe to the channel, turn on that bell notification so you get notified every time I make a new video. And as always, let's get into the rest of the content. So here we go. Our number 2 pick on this list is going to be ABBV, ABBV Inc. So currently, it is trading at $160 per share and 5 cents. If we actually take a look down here at some of the things going on with ABBV, ABBV is currently at around a 3.52% dividend yield right now, which gives you about $5.64 per year, which is not bad at all. And now look at this. ABBV has a dividend increase track record of 50 years plus. Now, that is something that tells you that ABBV is definitely one of the top winners there, because it's continued to increase their dividend for year in and year out. So ABBV, with this continuous growth, is amazing. Obviously, if we actually took a look here in 2021, we saw the first quarter $1.30, then we saw another $1.30, and it continued to trade that way. Receive $1.30 each quarter, and then we saw here at the beginning of 2021, people were receiving about $1.41, and then now we're going to be receiving $1.41 as well. Their dividend seems to fluctuate up and down a little bit, but it stayed around this 5% average or so, give or take a few percent, with a downward trend here in the past year or so, but it continues to do very well. If we actually take a look here, ABBV should have an ex-dividend date here of about April 13, 2022, and the previous one that we talked about, Store Capital, on March 30th, 2022. But here, ABBV, change in the past 24 hours, it's up about 85 cents. If we actually take a look here, in the past 30 days or so, it is, up a little bit. It's up about 7% in the past 7 days, up 11% in the 30 days. Market cap, $283 billion. So this is a bigger company. This is not a little company that we're looking at. This is actually a big company that continues to grow and has, great things coming for it in the future, with a 24.8 PE ratio, which is not that bad at all. Once again, for a dividend stock like ABBV, which gives you growth and a nice dividend there, a juicy dividend to continue to get some passive income as it continues to grow higher and higher, guys. So That's our second pick. And then coming in the number 3 spot, we're going to actually have one of the big dogs down here. So we have ExxonMobil, obviously with oil, continuing to rush on higher and higher with the whole situation that's going on around the world. ExxonMobil is definitely a beautiful pick right now, and it could be paying for your gas pretty much. If you're getting dividends from ExxonMobil, it could be putting that money back into your gas tank. So currently, we have a 4.28% dividend yield, which is beautiful in my opinion. Very nice dividend yield right there. Annual dividend of $3.52 with a 38-year dividend increase track record. Once again, just like ABBV, it continues to increase their dividend and do very well. We see our 3-year dividend growth at 2.61%, and it continues to pay out around 87 cents or so, and now we're at 88 cents or so. We had a much higher dividend here in 2020, and then it fell down here, and now we're at around 4% or 5% or so, give or take a few. Now ExxonMobil, if we actually take a look right here, currently in the past 7 days it is actually down about 3%, but if we actually take a look at this stock in the past few weeks, it's actually been on a definite rise on up higher and higher, so it's not that bad at all. And if we actually compare it to some of the competitors, so annual dividend of $3.52 compared to some energy companies that are only paying $1.43, and just like different things like that, track record of 38 years compared to some of these energy companies that are only having a 3-year track record. So ExxonMobil is definitely one of those picks for me, in my opinion, especially in times like this where the dividend yield will be producing you lots of passive income as the price continues to increase for oil in general. So that's our third pick. Then we have coming in the number 4 spot is going to be 3M. You guys should be very familiar with 3M. One of the more popular stocks, especially during the pandemic. This stock kind of took off, so it was doing very, very well during the pandemic because people were getting lots of their products, and right now it's trading at $148.58. We can see down here their dividend yield is currently at around 4.01% with the annual dividend of about $5.96. And listen to this, guys, 64-year dividend increase track record. Wow, that is actually even beating ABBV right there with over 64 years. I mean, 64 years is a very, very long time. Some people don't even live that long. I mean, 3-year dividend growth, 2.86%. As we can see, it continues to pay around $1.48 or so, and now we're going to be actually seeing $1.49. But the dividend is definitely increasing from last year at 2.9%, now at around 4%, 4.01%, which is beautiful to see. And obviously, compared to some of the competitors in the multi-sector companies, they're only paying at around 3% dividend yield. Meanwhile, 3M is paying at around 4%, like we said. So if we actually take a look at the company right here, in the past 7 days, it's up about 5%. Past 30 days, it's down about 8% or so, with an $85 billion market cap right there. Trading at that $148 range, and we have a 14 PE, which is actually not that bad. I mean, the PE of 14 is very, very low in my opinion compared to some of these other ones. And obviously, this is a medium-sized company with that market cap. I mean, if we compare it to ExxonMobil, our number 3 pick, that one had around a 348 billion market cap. That's the top of our list here, even beating ABBV, which we talked about earlier in this video as well. So these companies are all doing very, very well. Lots of these companies are very large companies that have been here for a very long time, and they continue to provide us with this passive income from their dividends, guys. So last but not least, it is not just one company, but a bunch of companies in one. It is going to be SPHD. It is the S&P 500 High Dividend Low Volatility ETF. So obviously this one is the S&P's 500 companies that are paying the high dividend, low volatility. So it is currently trading right under $46 per share. It has a dividend yield of 3.37%, annual dividend of about $1.55. So this one is paying out very, very nicely, obviously. If we actually take a look here at at their thing right here, so SPHD, this one right here is actually up a little bit. So in the past 7 days, we're up 2%. Past 30 days, we're up about 1.3%. Like we said, if we actually take a look here, the way they're moving different things, we have about $1.70 in their annual payout. So very, very nice to see. Ex-dividend date is actually incorrect right there. It says 1899. Don't mind that as well. That is incorrect data right there. That is not when they're going to be paying out their dividend, but it is one of our favorite dividends that pays out, every single month. I believe SPHD pays out every single month for their dividend, which is great because that means that you can reinvest your dividend gains into more SPHD or whatever other stock that you're willing to get into that could be, giving you some more passive income instead of having to wait for every quarter or even, annually, one time a year. You can, just reinvest all of that stuff into your stocks and earn more potential income. So SPHD is definitely up there as one of my, bigger picks, especially with that 3.7% dividend yield. I like this one very, very much as it continues to, pay out year in and year out, guys. So guys, those are going to be our 5 top dividend picks right now for the month of March and going into the rest of 2022. I like the way that we structure all of these. They all pay around 3 to 5% dividend yield depending on which stock we're looking at. They have different things with them, lots of large companies, and we have some smaller companies like Store Capital that we talked about in here, which is a REIT, so obviously a real estate investment trust. So they continue to pay out the dividends and we're making passive income, guys. So let me know in the comments below which dividend stock is your favorite dividend stock. Actually, let me know, are you getting paid out in dividends this month as well? Smash that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, turn on that bell notifications to get notified every time I make a new video. And as always, guys, I am not a financial advisor, so none of this is going to be financial advice. This is all for entertainment purposes only. So before investing, speak to your financial advisor, do your own due diligence, make sure you understand what you're getting into. I hope you guys enjoyed it and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.